Hey guys, Smiley's here once again, and it's time for the final trial of Case 4, this epic case. Alright, let's get right into it. I don't remember if I put it in the description of one of my videos, but it was my birthday, like 4 days ago. Don't have to wish me happy birthday or anything, but like, I got a 3DS, and that's awesome because I'm going to be able to get the new Phoenix Wright game when it comes out. Warg! What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. He just... Hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge? Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, yeah, pal. Got into that girl. Detective Gumshoe! Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear, as promised I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in, took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe, you must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that is to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. That's the attitude, Phoenix. Gotta prove he's not actually mentally unstable. Pretty much all we have to do, to be honest. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is ready. Right. Very well. We've reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. Next, the prosecution submits decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma. Your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker is yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He was at the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Yeah, right. Witness. Why did you run away yesterday? Objection! The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. That snort was kinda weird.
I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is.
Sure you have a motive. The problem is, the thing that shows your motive was confiscated yesterday because Phoenix decided to be an idiot. Why don't just show the decisive evidence that to the person who I don't know. It's like okay, so say you find a letter, it shows like some guy's the murderer. Would you go to that guy and be like, "Here, I found this letter saying you're the murderer"? I mean, I get if he's like your friend, I sort of get it, but like if he's just some random guy, like really, especially since he's the prosecution, I don't know. Hold it! I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger.
Objection! Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony.
Sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. Hold it! Why did you leave?
Objection! I was just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone's talking?
If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. Very true. Very true. Hold it! Food? Food. Food.
Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see.
A what?
She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Well, I kind of got lost, you see.
The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack.
Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that.
I see. So he was lost.
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. The day that happens is the day that pigs fly. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yup, seems like it.
And how did you know you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are.
Objection! The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof.
How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that guy's old codger's head? That's impossible.
I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue.
Those motive thingies.
You young whippersnappers with your motives and your evidence.
How could you say you had no motive? I say you do. You got a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right?
Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible.
I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past and lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Yep.
Order! Mr. Wright, there's a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor.
Oh, now this is interesting. I'd like to know myself. So who is he?
Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Come on, Manny. Let's see. Well, 2 of the people on this list are dead, so... His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident.
I thought the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive.
Objection! Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating! However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory.
This is it. I have to do this now. I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now. I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints in the file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. Well, that makes logical sense.
Logic! See, that makes sense.
Huh?
So very, very sorry, Mr. Wright.
Why?
The witness has no fingerprints.
What? What? No fingerprints? But that's impossible.
You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yup.
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? Seems that the case has been decided, no?
No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. Can't lose. There has to be another way.
There's no one who can testify as to who this is. Witnesses, no one.
Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. Well, we're not gonna do something crazy like calling a parrot in to testify or something.
Perhaps you'd like to cross-examine the parrot for a little comic relief,
Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Phoenix, no, actually, no, Phoenix, it's a bird. It's not human. It's not. He was just kidding, Phoenix. It was just a joke. It was just a joke. It wasn't. It's a bird. It's not a human. Here we go. That's right, guys. We're cross-examining a parrot. Because why not? Because logic. Believe it or not, guys, I actually used to have spiky hair. Not like Phoenix's spiky hair, but it was spiky a little bit. But no longer. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. No, you don't. That doesn't give you a right to do anything. If I suggest you jump off a bridge, well, if I suggest you commit murder, that doesn't mean you can kill somebody, Phoenix. It doesn't work like that. Yep. Phoenix, that's a parrot, man. It's a parrot. What are you doing, man? You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna let the parrot take the stand. I'll cross-examine her, Your Honor.
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Well, Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence. Except the parrot. She's my last chance. Still better than relying on Larry Butts. A parrot. Still a better witness than Larry Butts.
That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me.
Must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us.
Da-da-da. Hello, hello, squawk. Da-da-da.
Certainly the most concise testimony you've had so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination.
Right. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Well, so much good this did us, Phoenix. Press this statement. Hold it. Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me.
Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to this parrot.
Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that our owner is Mr. Yogi. Press. Hold it! Stop right there, parrot. We caught you now. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Well, if you remember last time, Maya asked the parrot, have we forgotten something? And the parrot said, don't forget DL6, squawk. So, let's ask that. Remember, 2 days ago. Oh man, I just referred to it and then you give me a flashback. Man, this game is... I'm always just one step ahead of this game, I guess. I can probably say that here. That'll prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Da-da-da. Da-da-da.
Hello? Hello? Squawk?
Huh? But that's not what you said. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something we forgot.
Hello? Hello? Squawk?
No, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Witness! Why aren't you talking? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wow, I didn't even do the voice. Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when he asked if we'd forgotten anything? Manfred Von Karma, professional parrot trainer. And prosecutor. And then we can just skip through this. Now let's ask her name. Maybe I should get her to say her name?
Polly, Polly, what's your name? Polly, Polly, squawk.
Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot's named Polly. Does this have anything to do with their owner's identity?
Actually, it does. Like, this is what you're supposed to do, I think. I'm not sure. Wait, I think you have to do both, so I'm gonna say, of course it does. Yes, it does.
How fascinating! You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof.
Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... See this DL6 case file? Of course you do. Alright. Case summary... Victim data. Suspect data, Yanni Yogi, court bailiff. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins commits suicide. Where have we seen the name Polly before? Take that!
The DL6 case file? Objection! It's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then?
It's not that large of a file, it's like 3 pages.
Show us or stop wasting our time! Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parrot's name?
It's on the suspect data page. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
Indeed. It does say that, yes.
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins? Polly!
Exactly, Your Honor. He remembered the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see, I guess that is possible. Objection! Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix.
I'm gonna name my next dog Phoenix now.
Well, Mr. Phoenix, Wright, this will make you my granddaughter's fiancé. She's only 7 years old.
Wow, Phoenix. That is just disgusting. I bet you steal her lunch money, too. Jerk. Pedophile. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more, if we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right. But what?
Very well, witness. You may continue.
Well, the only thing we really can do now is ask the other question. Which was, what's the code to the safe? Yeah, what's the safe number? Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the number of the safe in the shack?
1228! 1228!
Why, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker.
Actually, it does. And I'll show you after we say yes. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it.
Ah, ridiculous! Ridiculous! How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity?
Well, how about the DL6 case file? Now, the number is 1228. Look at the date. Look at the date of the DL6 case file. 12/28, December 28th. And I keep pointing at things with my mouse, even though I know you can't see it. Anyways, take that!
DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to the safe number?
On the case summary. It's on the case summary page.
The case summary?
Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident? December 28th? Well, that's today's date, 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 1228.
Ah,
He used the date of the DL6 incident as a number for the safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Objection! Boss, not tangible proof. I set my ATM card number to 0001 because I'm number 1. It has nothing to do with the date. Nothing.
He's Von Karma. He's number 1.
I think we reached a conclusion here. It's a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences aren't said at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker at the boat shop. Immediately!
No running away this time.
Witness, tell us your name. Wait! It's Witness, he doesn't remember.
No. It's okay. I don't know what voice to give his for. I honestly don't know what this voice to give him. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks completely... What? Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court.
Finally, got him to say his name.
Order, order! Yanni Yogi! So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Hey, case closed. Alright. Get our not guilty verdict. Get out of here. Trial over.
Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. The defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved.
Well, we can't leave mysteries unsolved.
Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond.
Lucy Baker and Effendi Layton would hate it if there was a mystery unsolved.
Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Yeah, why isn't he saying anything? Yeah, it's kind of interesting why he's not saying anything.
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Here's my thinking now. So he goes on about a letter saying to, you know, how he's that planned out the murder and the pistol, and no one cares who sent it. Sure, he said, I don't care who sent it, but like... Oh yeah, and then Edgeworth's objecting. Wait, what? Edgeworth's objecting?